Well, for today's video, we've got a Troy-Bilt that we're gonna probably pull parts off of from this Craftsman deck and switch over to it. They both are pretty well worn, both decks are, but this deck is actually in better shape than this one is. But I've got to pull the wheels at the very least off of this one and put them on there. One of these, I don't know if it's this one or this one. I think it's that one. The front wheels are really stiff on. I think they might be okay on this one. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll go ahead and start this by pulling that bag off, swapping these wheels over onto this one, so at least we can move this one around and go from there. So unfortunately, neither one of those wheels fit, but I do have another one that will, out of my horde of wheels. So we'll end up processing this deck out, pulling off of it what I need it, and then scrapping the body. That wheel fit on there just fine. Unfortunately, it's not gonna have a hubcap, but a little bit heavy duty wheel. I think it'll be all right. Now I just gotta flip it over, do the other side. Well, seems to be better now. I can actually push it around. We'll still pull those front wheels off and grease the axles on them. That usually helps those spin a little bit better. This one, unfortunately, has that issue with the axle. Very, very common on these. I see this all the time, especially if people leave their machines outside. That's what ends up happening. Those splined seized onto the axle itself and cause a lot of resistance on those wheels. All right, so it's pretty much guaranteed on these things when I find them, they need a carburetor cleaning. This one, a little bit of gas residue in there, but not enough for me to be worried about anything being dirty in the tank. On these, we'll go ahead and pull off the top cover. Spider check. That's a really good sign. The automatic choke vane is working properly, not seized up. The governor arm is working great. This is also pretty much the throttle on these engines. Fuel line still feels good, so we don't got to change that. Got a 5/16. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I've seen worse though. We'll clean off this filter box with a vacuum in a bit. This thing is filthy. So just these 3 bolts. Filter cover. That's a bad sign. So, like I said, this carburetor is most likely going to need to be cleaned. No big deal though. Let me get some other tools. 1/4 inch. Simple as that. This you can just leave here, that's not going to go nowhere. And then we do have to pull off the fuel hose. These are automotive trim panel removers. They work great for small engine stuff like fuel lines. Simple as that. Now we have just the 2 3/8 bolts holding the carb to the engine. And then this linkage, just be really careful not to break it. Sometimes they can be kind of a pain. There we go. Meet you guys at the workbench. Okay, so disassembling the carburetors, not too bad. 1/2 inch socket on the bottom. This is your main jet. This one looks really bad. That's all algae. So That's definitely going to go in the ultrasonic cleaner. Needle looks all right. A little bit of algae in here. So yeah, we're definitely going to throw this into the cleaner. Pull this O-ring out, we got to replace that. Inside of the bowl doesn't look too bad. I'm not seeing any water, so that's a good sign. So this back one I'm going to leave alone, but I am going to pull out this butterfly here. And that's really just because we're going to be sticking this into my cleaner. This doesn't need to go in. I can just get a quick wipe down. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn my air compressor on, get all of this dirt off, and then I'll meet you guys at the next step. All right, so my ultrasonic cleaner, my new one, which replaced that one a while back. Pretty easy to use this thing. We can turn the heater on it on, which we'll go ahead and run that for a little bit. This dirty old carburetor should be cleaned up pretty well on this thing. So all you got to do is just shove it down in there. Same with this. I've already got one in there that's mostly clean, but I'm running it again. But these little screens are nice to have with something like this. You just plop them down on top of it. That's not going to go anywhere. I can already feel this water heating up. So I'm actually probably going to run it a couple times. You guys will only see kind of this before, and then we'll do an after, I guess. Show you how it turned out, but look at that crap. That's what came off of this. You can go ahead and throw this in as well. That's not gonna hurt nothing leaving that gasket on it. And this is all nice and clean. Pin's clean. And clean all that up while this is going. Now before I start this, let me warn you guys, there is a good amount of interference that it does with the camera. So I'm not gonna sit here and just record this thing running. I'll turn it on, let it run for a couple seconds, and then clip out. But while this thing is going, there's some other stuff we can do on this as well. Grab your lid, throw that on. I think I'm gonna do it for 10 minutes. Hit on, let her go. Be back in a bit. So this, unfortunately, it's kind of messed up too. Not like the other one, but in a different way. The little keeper inside of this did not want to hold because it's all worn out. These plastic pieces are. Now I could probably take the one off the other one, maybe make that work, but they already had a screw, this one, going through into it, which was holding it fine. So what I did was I just did something better. I just drilled a hole through the center of this thing, put a screw in it, sized the screw up so I shortened it a bit, and now it works perfectly fine. So I just lubed up this axle. We'll stick this wheel back on, do the other side. That thing's on the second run now. It cleaned it really good the first time. So just got to finish up these wheels and we'll be done with this part. The grease that I like to use for this type of stuff in that grease gun is called Lucas Red and Tacky. It's a great grease. I've used it for years. That's how much of a difference it makes. So I'll swing the other wheel around. Pretty big difference. So it's always good to keep your wheel axles greased up. It ensures your machine is really easy to push. You don't think anything's broken and throw it away like other people do, unfortunately. Throw the hubcap back on. There we go. So now just to do that one, meet you guys at the next step. Well, that's number 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out. And we can see it did a pretty good job. Nice and clean. Still have to blow this out with the air compressor, but did a pretty good job here. Rest of this is good. All that green crap is gone. So yeah, we just need to blow this all off. I'll be right back. So I feel like this old one didn't perform anywhere near as well as this one. I'm definitely happy with the results from this machine. Look at that. A little bit left there to wipe off with the rag, but that's not a big deal. Pretty well cleaned out. Just went and blew this off with the air compressor. So we can go ahead and slap this thing back together. This goes on like this, with the arm facing to the right, fuel line to the left. Just like that. Stupid simple, right? Get your washer. All right, so here's the old O-ring, trash. Here's the new one. Let's throw that on the throat, just like that. What I like to do at this point is put the linkage arm back onto the carb, just like that. Line everything up, and then just thread in these two bolts by hand. Just finger tight to start. And then grab your fuel line, slide that back on, just like that. Clamp goes back up where it came off. So now I just got to get the rest of the hardware, my 3/8 socket. We'll cinch all this down. Okay, 3/8 inch. And that little nub goes right in that pocket right there. Perfect, perfect. So these don't need to be extremely tight. I'm gonna give it 1 or 2 whacks of this hammer. And that's perfect. So let's go ahead and clean these off. All right. Well, let me clean these both off and then we'll figure out what's going on there. Nice and clean now. This still has a gasket on it. Gasket is still in really good shape. So I'm just gonna reuse it. New air filter, junk. So that goes in the trash. Go ahead and get this thing back on. So you got this nub in the back that goes to your PCV elbow, just like that. All 3 of these bolts are the same size. You don't gotta worry about them. Air filter. So now at this point, I'm gonna prep everything to do an oil change. Just gonna have to flip it over, and once we do that, we'll pull the blade off, inspect and sharpen that if it needs it.